Social inequality is something we see almost every day. Most of the time, we just glance over it, never really batting an eye. And we especially never stop to say even two words about it. This was the case going into my junior year for football season. It's summer camp, and we're getting ready to go out to practice. And sitting in the locker room, everyone's complaining about this kid who isn't there. His name's Devin. And, everyone's saying mean things, and it's like, oh, Devin's lazy, and all that. And then a kid we're going to go with named Rick steps in, and he takes it to a whole other level and says, I hate that kid. He's a bad N-word. And he didn't say N-word. He hard R and dropped it all. And everyone sits there and we're stunned silence, like, all right, he just said that. But then no one said anything, and we all looked at our other teammate named Kyle, and Kyle's like, before he could say anything, Rick turns back and says, oh, sorry, Kyle, I didn't see you there. It's all right, I like you. You're a good N-word. And that just made things even more awkward, and everyone still sat there and was like, what just happened? And, everyone's awkwardly laughing with him or stuff because we don't know. Why is this social inequality, though? Because Rick is being blatantly racist. He's taking our comments on Devin being lazy and not caring about our team and making him because he's black and saying, oh, well, he's a black person, so these are things that he's going to do, yada, yada. And then he throws in the N-word, doesn't blink twice at it, and says, hey, you fit all these stereotypes that, go along with this word, and I'm going to use it. And then the thing is, at the end, when he calls Kyle a good N-word, he's being an active bigot. He's saying, you're here, you're with the team, but you're still black. You're still not as good as I am. He's drawing a line between race and saying white people are better than black. Like, he is taking individuals' actions and making them about the individual's race in order to keep himself on top of the self-worth pole. And this is clearly setting back our black teammates. What keeps this going on in society? Things like our agents of socialization. Rick's guardians, I know, who are his major agents of socialization in his life, perpetuate these same feelings about African Americans, and I know this firsthand, and it sucks. I've seen them say things about black people that aren't nice at all. And then I know he's going to do the same thing with his kids, and it's just going to keep on going until one day someone finally says no in his family, which might not be for a few generations, which that's 7 or 8 more Devins that get hurt in their life at least. And then it's a norm, really, in small town America for there to be that one racist guy that no one says anything to because he's kind of scary. And while that norm is acceptable and we live with it, it reflects those actions on us. And every time we don't say anything or change the norm, the actions that he says we're responsible for. And until we act against the norm, nothing will change. Why didn't I do anything? Probably because I was scared. I had full agency to do something in the situation, and I just didn't because I was scared to stand up to the big football captain racist kid who was kind of scary. And these situations happen all the time, and there's always someone like me who doesn't think they have the agency or the will to do something, but they do. We choose not to because it's uncomfortable, or no, it's uncomfortable for me. It's way worse for Devin and Kyle because they're the ones being put down by it. They're the ones being told they're second-class citizens. And until we empathize with that, nothing will really change. We won't do anything differently. And even though I could not have changed his actions, I never would be able to. He's always going to have that mindset. I could have stood up for my friends and said, hey, I got your back, and made them feel better. And until more people do that, and this becomes things I said instead of things I should have said, Social inequality will still happen in America, and that's a tough fact to face, but we must.